Hello my dear students, I welcome you all in today's session. Today the topic that you have to learn, that is pressure. Till now you have learned about force and various types of force. Now one question may arise in your mind, Madam, suddenly why we have to learn about pressure? So the answer is, sometimes the amount of force that you applied on any object, that is not equal to amount of impact that you get. So I will explain you this. See, suppose you are applying force on the wall and same amount of force that you will apply to move this object. See, same amount of force is applied, but in case of wall will not move from its place, but as you can see, same amount of force you applied on book and that book moves. So it is very important for you to learn the concept of force and pressure. So what is pressure? Pressure is nothing but force per unit area. See, area plays very important factor in case of pressure, because according to the definition of pressure, we have one equation of pressure, that is, pressure is nothing but force upon unit area. So you will ask, ma'am, how this area is related to pressure? Means how they are linked with each other, right? So to understand that, I will tell you one example. I will share one example with you. You have to take one sharp needle like this, and then you have to force it in your palm. What you have to do? You have to take one needle and you need to try to insert that needle in your palm. So what will happen? You will feel pain in your hand, right? But same thing if you have to repeat with broad end of your pencil, you can say, or broad end of the sketch pen. If I try to insert in my palm, then see, same amount of force I am applying, but then also I am not feeling the pain. So what is the reason? See, the contact area, you need to observe. Contact area of this needle, that is very less, and contact area of this sketch pen, the broad end of the sketch pen, see, more contact area is there. So contact area increases even though you applied same amount of force on both the cases. But where the contact area is less, the amount of pressure that you feel, that is very more. But as you increases the contact area and apply same amount of force, then pressure decreases. So here is that equation. So here comes the equation that gives you amount of pressure acting on any object, that is, pressure is equals to force upon area. And according to the definition, pressure and area are inversely proportional to each other. Inversely proportional to each other means what? That is nothing but whenever the contact area of the object is less, at that time amount of pressure that is produced more pressure is produced. And whenever the contact area is more, right, at that time the amount of pressure produced by the object, that is less, right? And in both the cases you can see the amount of force, means the example right now that we have performed, needle and the end of that sketch pen. On the basis of that, you can understand this concept. In that situation, amount of force applied in both the cases, first case that is needle one and second one that is broad end of sketch pen, broad end of sketch pen. So amount of force applied on both the cases, that is same, but in needle case the area is less, that produces more pressure, and in second case area is more, the broad end of sketch pen that has more area and therefore it produces less pressure. Now let's discuss another applications of pressure in our day-to-day life. Knife. You all have seen knife, right? So knife also have two edges. One edge is very sharp, very thin, and the other edge you can see that is little bit thick and broad. So which edge generally you are using to cut fruits and vegetables? You are using generally thin edge. This edge you are using and not this broad edge you are using. The reason is, see, if I try to cut any vegetable with the help of this broad edge, so what happens? I need to apply more force. I am applying force, but then also I am not able to cut that particular vegetable. But now same thing I am doing with the help of sharp edge. See, sharp edge I am using. So when I am using sharp edge, as you can see, I can easily able to cut this particular vegetable, right? So same force I applied on both the cases, but here task becomes very easier, right, with the help of sharp edge. So less contact area with the surface creates more pressure. More pressure, easily you can able to cut the vegetable. Same way, tires of vehicles are kept broad. These tires are broad. So when the tires are broad, you can easily see that increases the contact area, more contact area with the surface. And as more contact area with the surface, it will lead to less pressure. So less pressure, due to that this particular vehicle can balance itself and it will not easily fall down. Okay, so suppose if the tires are thin, like this particular sketch pen, if tires are thin, then what will happen? Less contact area with the surface, and as it have less contact area and more force produced or act on the object, due to that vehicle cannot hold that more pressure and vehicle may easily fall down. But in this case, as vehicles have broad tires, so when they have broad tires, lead to more contact area, pressure will be less pressure, it can balance itself and vehicle will never fall down. One example that is given in your textbook, that is a potter is carrying a heavy load. Potter is nothing but coolie, that you know it very well. So what he do, he keeps round piece of cloth on their heads, round piece of cloth. So why they keep that round piece of cloth on their head? Because that increases contact area, right, with their head. So as contact area increases, due to that what will happen? Contact area increases, so pressure decreases. So they will feel less pressure of these loads and easily they can carry and they can walk. Okay. For example, you all have seen water bottle, right? So water bottle generally have the bottoms broad. Bottoms are generally broad and the upper part is little bit narrow. So what is the reason why the upper part is narrow? and the bottom part is broad? Because as the bottom part that is broad, if you feel water in it, that increases pressure, right? So as pressure increases, to hold that pressure or to reduce that pressure, right, you need to increase the contact area. More contact area with surface, due to that what will happen? Less pressure will form, and this bottle can easily handle that less force and it will stand as it is. But if bottoms are narrow, suppose bottoms are narrow, like this, you imagine bottles are made, then bottoms are narrow. At that time what will happen? If you feel water from the tops are broad, bottoms are narrow. If you feel water in it, at that time slowly and gradually pressure increases. But in this case, what is the situation? Narrow end is in contact with surface. Due to that, more pressure is created. More pressure is created and this bottle cannot able to hold that much amount of pressure. So little bit of force you applied on the bottle, then chances are there that this bottle may fall down. Okay, so because of this concept, always the bottoms of bottles are also made broad. Okay, I hope you understand this concept now. Like this, many other examples I have listed here, like iron nail. You must have seen iron nail, where we are using iron nail. We insert that iron nail in wall, so to hang out any frame, any handle, if you want to hang, then we need to take help of iron nail. So what happens with that iron nail? The pointed edge of that iron nail you are using to insert that nail in wall. You are not using broad end. So if you are using broad end, it will be very difficult for you to insert that iron nail, right? Knife example, just now only we discussed, right? We are using thin edge of that particular knife so that it creates more pressure. Same way needle, where needle is used to stitch anything, stitch clothes, right? What is used? Needle is used. So in that case also, needle, as I have shown you, needle also has two sides. One side we can say that, see here, needle I am showing you, needle is also having two sides. One side you can, as you can see, that is very pointed, and this side only we are always using to stitch any cloth, right? Why? Because contact area is less, and as less contact area, easily what we can say, more pressure is created and you need to apply less force and you can easily stitch the clothes. No, never you are using this broad end, right? Broad end, we can say that more area, more contact area. More contact area creates less pressure, and wherever less pressure is created, you need to apply more force. More force, to produce more force, you need to know that you need to apply more energy. You need to use more energy to produce more force, and then leads to more pressure. So ultimately energy is wasted in this case. So what you have to do? You have to use the area that is very narrow. Okay, like this. Now same situation for few examples. Not only every time in our day-to-day life, we don't want always to pressure to be created more, right? We don't want that pressure always more, but sometimes we want pressure to be created less. So you will tell, well, where, madam? So you can take the example of bag straps, right? That bag straps are always broad in size. So as they are broad in size, contact area will be more, and more contact area, that leads to less pressure. So that much less pressure you will feel on your shoulders, and easily you can carry the bag, right? Same way, one more example I want to discuss with you, that is tires of heavy vehicles. So the broad tires are there due to that contact area with road with surface increases, and when contact area with surface increases, that will produce less pressure. So smoothly truck, bus, right, that can move on road. And one example that I have already discussed, bottoms of bottle. Bottoms of bottles are always broad, and as that are broad, we can say that less pressure is created, so that bottle can stand easily. Okay. One more example I will share with girls, that every girl wants to wear high heels, right? So when you wear the high heels, you experience that chances are there that you may fall down, right? Someone pushes you and you may easily fall down. So what is the reason behind this, right? You don't know how to walk? Yes, you know how to walk, but then also when you are wearing high heel, at that time the edge of the heel that must have less contact area with the surface. So contact area decreases. Here again contact area decreases. So due to that, what will happen? It will create more pressure. So that much pressure your legs cannot able to hold, and when legs not able to hold the pressure, at that time you easily fall down. Okay, so if you think that you cannot able to wear high heels, you need to wear any shoes or sandal like that have very broad end. So when the bottoms are broad, we can say that it increases contact area, and when contact area increases, it decreases pressure, and whenever pressure you feel less on the legs, you can easily walk. Okay, so that's it for today's session.